Do it.
Yeah, you kick it off. You kick it off. You're kinged out tonight.
Well, we are back, huh? Back with another shade of blue.
Yes, we are. We're back
Second
again,
episode
dude.
of the year.
Yes, playoff weekends. Both our teams are in the wild card round.
Yeah, doesn't that sound bad? I know the 49ers had the number 2 seed, but the wild card weekend.
I'm not crazy
It
about
sounds like
that
we
with you
suck a
guys.
little bit.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I was thinking about that.
They
I
gotta
said that
change the
don't sound
name.
right for you guys. You guys, to me, you guys are going to Super Bowl this year, and you're in the wild card. So So
I don't know. I mean,
Well,
obviously, I hope.
the last couple times the Giants won the Super Bowl, they were wild card preview. They were in the wild card round too. So
Yeah, I hope
same
so.
thing in baseball. Think about baseball. How many wild card teams win the World Series every year?
Yeah.
Happens like all the time.
Yeah. Like I said last time, the Dodgers won 111 games, and then we got beat by the freaking Padres. We got eliminated.
We won 101, got beat by the Padres.
Yeah.
And then they loaded up. They got Xander Bogaerts. I put Carlos
thing
Correa.
too.
I just want to get the Carlos Correa thing out the way because it's the elephant in the
Oh, they
room.
went back to the Twins.
I want to say to Carlos Correa.
And
But
I told
anyway-
you last time on the last episode, I was like, I don't think he's going back with you guys, man. It looks good, but I don't think he's going to be a Met.
They didn't want him. Think about it. If the Mets had all the opportunity to sign him, they did come to an agreement. It went from $315 million. And think about it. Towards the end, the Mets are like, look, so the last thing they put in his contract is if he got hurt, if he went on a disabled list at all, ankle related, the contract was void. Then they wanted to guarantee him $150 million, and then the rest of the other 6 years, he would have to pass a physical every season. And if he failed the physical, the contract's void. The Mets at the end of the day, they just did not want him. They looked at that medical report,
though, right? So the thing that the Giants were worried about, and you guys were worried about, it was an injury that dates back to 2014, though.
Yeah, but supposedly now as he gets older, that ankle's like deteriorating, and you're only going to get a couple years out of him.
Is it hurting again now? Or?
Yeah, and remember, well, they have a video. It's like from September 20 something. He slides into second base on a steal, and the guy kind of came down on it, and he said his whole body vibrated. It hit the plate, and he lost feeling. He was laying on the field. He was like paralyzed for a little bit, and then he finally got back up. And when they asked him about it, he goes, no, he hit my plate and it sent vibrations throughout my whole body and I lost feeling for a while. So it's a problem. And for the Mets, look, like they said, Steve Cohen would do anything to win. He'll buy anything. He don't care. You see, as soon as the Giants said, you know what, press conference canceled, Steve Cohen signed them up right away. 12 years, $315 million. Then I kind of knew something was up because you just stopped hearing about it. Then like 2 days later, I'm like, damn, where's is he going to take a physical or like what's happening? Then like the third day, it's like, oh, the Mets got concerns. I said, oh man, he ain't coming here. And then sure enough, as the days progressed, and then it was like 2 weeks later, and it was dead silent. I'm like, what's going on? But it turns out his ankle is like really, really bad. So they just didn't want to.
How does it go back to the Twins though? How does that happen? Or are they just like, oh, we already had him?
The Twins were like, fuck it, yeah, we need a star. We need somebody that has a name. We need somebody. We'll guarantee you $200 million.
Because they only had him for about maybe a year.
1 year. But did you hear about him? Because I was like, I forgot he was in the league until he was a free agent. Also, I said, oh shit. Then when I seen the Mets got him, I was pumped up. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get Carlos Correa to play third. We got Lindor. So I was like, and then
but that's the thing too. I did know he wasn't an Astro anymore because when we got to the playoffs last year, I was like, if we get to the World Series. Because we were projected to get to the World Series last year.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to go to it's going to be the Astros probably. And I was looking, I was like, damn, they don't have Correa. So I looked it up. I was like, oh, he's with the Twins now. What the hell?
You forget he was there. Because who watches the Twins? The last time I actually seen him play with the Twins, no lie, it was snowing in the fields. He was at bat and it was snowing on the field. So that's how bad it is to play in Minnesota. So he knew the Mets told him, we'll guarantee you the first 6 years. But then you have to bet on yourself the next 6. And he knew it. He knew because when they asked him at the press conference, he goes, well, some doctors say I'm going to be fine. And some doctors say I'm not going to be fine. He said, so I don't know either. He don't even know.
So how do you feel about losing out on him then? How do you feel about that?
Okay, so I was in bed and it came
Because
across
aren't him and Lindor, aren't they like best friends?
best friends in the whole world. So that's
Mm.
when you knew something was up. Because look, so they're best friends in the whole world. So Lindor told Cohen, bring him in. Then Cohen's wife is actually Puerto Rican. They're in Hawaii, and she goes, listen, Steve, he failed his physical with the Giants, sign him. And he did. He signed them right away. But for them to, your wife and your best player is telling you to bring this guy in, and for you to decline it, that medical report had to have been really bad.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. And then look, as a shortstop, his numbers are good. But you move into third base, 22 home runs and 60 RBIs is not exactly like mind blowing. And look at the games
Right.
played every year. He played like 130 games. Every season, he's guaranteed to miss like 30 plus games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it fit with the Mets because I'm like, okay, Correa don't have to be a star with the Mets because he's around a bunch of good players. So it was like if he misses some time, that's cool. But with the Twins, he's all they got. So they were just desperate to bring somebody in.
Yeah, they need a big name over there. Yeah, Minnesota.
And you're playing in the ice cold. So my whole thing is so when I seen that come across my screen on my phone, I was like, my heart sank for a second because I was thinking we had him for 3 weeks. I'm like, okay, we got the bomb squad. My heart sank. And then, like, by the time I got to work, no lie, I was like, this might work out. I was like, this might actually work out better for the Mets. Because now you got Ohtani as a free agent next year, Soto, Machado, and they're already linking Machado to the Mets. That's all I've been hearing. So it's like,
yeah, I heard he wants out of San Diego. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they keep saying he's a perfect. They were talking to some guy on ESPN, and he said the Machado and the Mets are match made in heaven. So it was like for the Mets, it's like, oh well, hey, listen, you go to Minnesota, you go to Minnesota. That's it's not the end of the world. But I was disappointed because he's my favorite non-Met in baseball because I just always love Carlos Correa. But it is what it is, you know.
Really, even though he cheated.
He didn't cheat. He was just on a team that cheated.
Yeah, but then he talked shit and tried to back them up about it. He told Bauer to shut the hell up.
He protected his guys. I think he fell on the sword. Didn't he? He was like, look, blame me for it or whatever. Didn't he fall on the sword for that?
He said he tried to take blame for it. Yeah, he did.
He was like, don't blame Altuve, nobody. It's not them. It's me. Blame me.
I wanted him.
You did. I know. That's what I'm saying. I wanted him not for his numbers. I wanted him for his leadership and just just what he brings to the clubhouse. Because think about it. There was a video of the World Baseball Classic. So I'm guessing Edwin Diaz was like wild or whatever that game. And he went to the mound and he told Edwin Diaz, like, bro, don't be scared here. Just throw a strike. And Edwin Diaz got out the inning. So that's what I was looking for, like that clubhouse leader. I wasn't even looking at his numbers at all.
Yeah.
But as a third baseman, 20 home runs is not exactly mind-blowing. And if you look at him and Eduardo Escobar, their numbers are very similar. So it's like you're going to save all that money that you had for Correa, and you could bring in one of these other guys when free agent starts next year. But my only thing is, if you have Max Scherzer and Verlander who are 40, you need to win now. You kind of stop. You can't think about next year.
That's the thing. Exactly, yeah.
That's the thing. And then you guys, so we lost Correa. You lose Bauer. It's been bad, man.
I don't know what the Dodgers doing, but we haven't done anything. We got Miguel Rojas.
That was a good move, though, because
he plays. How was that? We had the kid when he was a rookie, and he sucked. We got rid of him. Now we get him when he's older and ran through.
But he kills.
I think he's worse than what he was when we had him.
He kills the Mets every time we play him. He gets a big hit all the time. I like him.
But
I thought that was a good deal.
He's not an all-star or nothing. I mean, not everybody's an all-star. That still is good, but I don't know. I remember him being a Dodger, and I didn't really care for him.
No, right? He was like just running the mill, everyday running the mill.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong because I forgot about him, to be honest. But
and you still have Urias, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Kershaw. You lost David Price, didn't you? You lost Price.
Yeah, he's gone. Craig Kimbrel gone.
Kimbrel, he's with the Phillies. Thank you. So the Mets could work him up now all year. Who else
we got? We still got who the hell is it? Bueller.
You got Bueller.
Shit, I'm drawing a blank too because I'm like, shit.
Yeah, the Dodgers. I'm just shocked. I'm shocked with the Dodgers this year. I swear to God, I'm blown away by what they just shut their pockets down. They just shut the wallet. You lost Trey
You know what it is?
Turner.
They don't listen to the fans. It may seem like they listen to the fans, but when they got Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman those years, that was what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
The
And
Dodgers
Freddie
fans wouldn't even
Freeman,
think about doing that.
no,
And
and
they did that
Freddie
themselves,
Freeman
which was a
was
good
sorta-
thing.
But Freeman
good
was sort of
thing,
like
but-
Correa a little bit. Like it was a luxury. When you guys got Freeman, it reminded me when we signed Correa originally. It was like you didn't need him. He was just a luxury. Like you guys didn't need Freddie Freeman, and the Mets didn't need Carlos Correa either. They're just like luxury signings. Betts was great.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought,
what happened with the how he's talking about is like a luxury thing with Max Scherzer when we got Trey Turner too.
yeah,
We needed Trey Turner more than Max Scherzer.
but Turner was
and
just
then
like
Trey Turner
throwing.
leaves.
Right, and I forgot. See, well, let me revise a little bit. I wanted Correa to offset Turner going to the Phillies. Because I'm gonna be real with you, I hate Trey Turner and I can't stand him. As far as I'm tired, because I'm
The
tired.
kid's humble. He doesn't. What do you can't stand him
No.
for what?
Because I'm tired of going against him. He was with the
Mm.
Nationals in our division forever. We got rid of him when he went to the Dodgers. We stopped caring, and now he's back again. It's like that's the problem. So Correa would offset to Turner thing. That was the whole thing. I was like, okay, good. We offset Trey Turner, but now he's just going to be a nuisance as always.
Mm.
But then Correa was going to miss 40, 50 games. So it's like,
Yeah.
I just want to get that out of my system. The whole Carlos Correa thing was just a real nuisance for like
But
3 weeks.
you were telling me last time
I
that
was
he's gonna
amped.
be a Met. No, I remember I told you too last week. I was like, I don't think so, man.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. Some shit's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking too long.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he was going to go back to Minnesota, though. That
Yeah.
is what.
I thought once it fell out with the Mets, I thought he was gonna be a Dodger. To be honest.
Yeah,
That's
because
what
they
I
were
thought.
linking him to the Dodgers originally. Like, oh, Dodgers. And I was like, come on.
Yeah, because once the injury thing came back up, they were like, oh, there's a couple teams talking to Correa again. So I was like,
Mhm.
it had to be the Dodgers are one of them, obviously.
It was the Dodgers, the
guess they weren't.
Braves. I was like,
But I
oh,
guess
my
the Dodgers
God.
weren't one of them. So
I just
that's
don't
why I
think the
go back to
Dodgers
the
want to
Dodgers.
do
They're not
anything.
making any moves this year. I don't know
No.
what they're doing.
No, there's nothing going on at
Mhm.
all. Nothing.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess they're just relying on old Kershaw, Bueller,
Yeah.
and Mookie and Freeman.
And then
I
you
mean, that's
think
still a
about
good
who
team,
you
though. You know what I
lost.
mean?
You lost Bellinger, Trey Turner, and Bauer just like in a couple of weeks. Like I felt bad
And
about
Justin
losing
Turner.
Correa. Yeah, and that's right, Justin Turner, who was your clubhouse leader.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sad about losing Correa, but I'm like, we never really had him.
And we
He
just lost a
was-
pitcher today too.
Who?
Hanser Alberto.
Okay. What happened with him?
So we get Miguel Rojas, and we get rid of a player that we actually needed more than a Miguel Rojas and Alberto. I'm like, I don't understand what they're doing. I really don't. I don't get it.
Yeah, I watched that Dodgers Nation podcast, and they're like that guy Mac D-Mac or whatever. He's like, what's
Mhm.
going on here? He's like, I don't know what the hell is happening.
Yeah, I like Dodger Nation, but sometimes they're like, I think today they posted some shit. I'm like, what? It was like some dumbass, pointless stats. I'm like, what? Come on, man. I like you guys dumb shit you guys posted.
They hate Dave Roberts. They're always trying to get him fired. There's a whole they always got some shit going on up there.
You know what I mean? Though at this point, though, I think if I had to guess, probably like 70% of Dodger fans are tired of Dave Roberts. So, because any other manager at this point, with the past couple teams we've had the past couple years, they should have won at least one or two
Oh, no doubt.
championships.
No doubt.
And Dave Roberts can't do it.
My coworker Raphael, he's a huge Dodger head. So I was telling him, about our show. So he subscribed. So I told him, but he said if he was not going to be sleeping, he was going to watch and write in the chat. But he was basically saying that because I messed his mind up. He's like, oh, at least we got. But I said, yeah, you got the bubble championship though. And ever since then, he's like, damn, I've been thinking about it. You fucked up my whole World Series. I'm like, no, that's what my co-host says.
That's what I said. I've said that a couple times now. It's funny because as the years go on, I think I've said it a few times too on the podcast that World Series, as the years go on, little by little, that World Series kind of seems like it doesn't mean much.
People kind of poo-poo it too. That's all you ever hear. The 60-game World Series. That's all you ever hear. Like it's not
that's less than half of the many. Everybody had, like I said too. Everybody had the same amount of chances, but it's just weird. 60 games. That's less than a freaking NBA season.
Yeah. Yep. NBA is what, 82?
So I don't know. I mean, I'm happy we won it. Like when we won it, I cried. Obviously,
Oh
the
yeah, no
emotions
doubt,
were there. The emotions were there, but
no doubt.
as the years go on, now it's been what 3 years. Like
It's been a little
now, I'm
while.
starting to realize like it's just not the same.
Maybe it's not as great as I thought it was.
Yeah.
But you know, Trevor Bauer, I don't think he's ever gonna play in MLB ever again. So
Well, he got 21 million.
yeah, he. So
You
what?
know,
He pitched what 10 games for you guys or whatever.
it was about 15.
About 15. I was
Well,
so
before we
mad.
get real quick though, I was going to test you when we first started. Though I was going to ask you whose jersey is this? Number 8. Where's the number?
Oh, that's Kobe.
Well, obviously we're LA, but for the Kings though,
Number 8.
you know hockey more than me because I'm just testing you real quick.
Not King stuff though. I'm not big with the King.
I'll give you a hint. The player looks like me. That's why I got the jersey. Well, that's my stepdad got it for me because he says I look like him.
And he's currently on the Kings.
Mm-hmm. He's been in with them since the 2012 championship.
Why you have to mention the 2012 thing? Okay, let me see.
I know you're gonna say. Oh, you're googling it.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see.
Yeah.
We
I mean, I look like it when I have my beard a little bit more grown, and I might have to miss a tooth. He has a tooth missing in the front. Who you got?
Oh, Dowdy, Drew
Yeah,
Dowdy.
Drew Doughty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do. Yeah, he got the missing tooth. Well, he looks more like James a little bit than you, but he got them. Yeah, the missing tooth.
You though. I didn't want you to Google it.
No, I didn't know. When it comes to Kings, I'm not a huge, ever since that 2012 thing, I'm not big with them.
Yeah.
But I know the Kings back in the day, but this Kings team, I'm shocked he's still with the Kings.
Oh, he's been with them forever. That's great. Yeah, and the thing is too. The weird thing is, I think he's about a year younger than me.
He looks old though, right? He looks like
that's why I tripped out when I was like, because James's wife Becky, she every now and then they get into the Kings. She's like, Drew Doughty, you know he's fucking younger than you. I'm like, no. So I Google. I'm like, what the fuck? He is younger than me.
Yeah, he is.
We'll say 32 or something, 33 something.
I'll tell you right now, can't miss him with the missing tooth.
I was like tripping. I'm like, there's no way.
33.
Yeah, so we're about the same age.
Yeah, he's 33. London, Canada. He's from.
Yeah, because at the point with my age now, I'm starting to I'm like, there shouldn't be any professional athletes younger than me, but most of them are younger than me now. That's not how I know I'm getting older.
Yeah, and I hate when they're like, oh, this guy is 34. He's a dinosaur. I'm like, damn, I'm 37, dude. So how old am I?
So I just remember a couple years ago, it felt like a couple years ago, I'm like, man, I could still make a run at this thing. I could probably be a NFL player. But now I'm 33.
Nah.
Ain't no way.
My dad used to tell me, like, when I was like 26, he said, right now you'll be like on your last contract. And I'm like, yeah, now I'm 37. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, well, it depends on your position. You know what I mean?
Quarterback, you could play.
Running backs are running one and done now. Wide receivers, they last a couple more years, but I mean, if you're Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, something like that.
Other than that,
yeah, it's crazy. But I still feel young. I feel like I can do something.
Yeah, me too.
I can go out there catch a one-handed like
OBJ. Like Odell.
Yeah.
Get you a giant helmet, one-handed catch. Yeah, no, we could hook you. I still got to hook you over with a Mets hat this year. Maybe you could root for us this year since your team is not really doing much.
You know what? You might be right about that. I'll be honest. I don't feel like the Dodgers are gonna do anything.
No.
You send me a hat, I'll wear that shit.
All right. I'm gonna send you. You got to send me a size because I got to pick up a new Met hat too. So I'll send you.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't see us doing anything, so we'll see.
But at least I think you guys are gonna win the Super Bowl in football. So it makes.
Who do you guys got this weekend?
Vikings.
Oh shit, that's tough there.
I think we could beat them.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Nah, we just lost to them on a 61-yard field goal on Christmas Eve.
Because you know what I think about is the Vikings and the Eagles. They always remind me of like the same type of team.
Yeah,
they do really good, but then when time matters, at the end of the day, they're the Vikings and Eagles.
And then our teams tend to like come alive in the playoffs. Like The 49ers and Giants.
Yeah, I don't want to say that though because we're playing a different team though because we got the Seahawks.
Yeah, I know.
And it's really tough to beat a team 3 times in one season. We beat them twice this year. We swept them. Last year we swept the Rams. We swept the Rams the past 4 years. The past 5 years now. And then, but last year they beat us when it counted.
When it counts, right?
So it's really in the NFL. You can't. It's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a year. You know what I mean?
That's why people say if we beat the Vikings, we could go to the NFC Championship game because then we will play the Eagles, and we just lost to them the last game of the season. Mm-hmm. That would be 3 times, like you said. I could see us beating the Eagles too.
So you guys swept them already?
They swept us, yeah.
Oh, so you're saying you're the opposite of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that last game we just lost at the end, and they were playing all their starters, and we had all our bench guys in. So we could beat them. So we could get past the Vikings. Who knows? I just wouldn't want to see you guys in them.
Is Dan Hurts going to be back in?
Yeah, Hurts is back. Yeah. But he looked like crap, though. He said he's still hurt. He's in a lot of pain still. So I don't know. I think we could beat him, man. We just got to get through the Vikings. I think we could beat the Eagles.
If you guys get through the Vikings, it's anyone, you know, it's all up to you guys.
I just don't want to play you. That's it, because you guys are dominant right now.
That's the thing, man. Everybody's saying that. I just don't like the pressure because everyone's saying, oh, the 49ers are the team to beat. I just don't like hearing that.
I think you guys are the team to beat.
But I don't like hearing that. You know what I mean?
No.
It could be
reverse psychology.
Until we win it, if we win it this year, the next year, if people say that, maybe I won't be as like, I don't want to hear that. I wouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, yeah.
And who in the
won it the 94th? I don't like to hear that stuff.
Who in the AFC is a threat to the Niners? Who in the AFC?
Oh, the Bills, the Chiefs.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the Bills, Chiefs,
Bengals.
Yeah. See, the NFC is wide open, but
yeah, to me, my biggest threats, I think I said it last week, was it for one, it's the Seahawks. I got them up there because, like I said, you can't beat it 3 times.
And Geno Smith is playing good. Geno Smith had a good year.
So to me, it's the Seahawks, the Bills, and the Chiefs. Those are the 3 teams I'm worried about.
And you guys got that history with Seattle too, so it's like,
yeah. But if we get past them, then I don't want to say it's a cakewalk, but then if we get to Super Bowl, I'm scared to play the Chiefs. I'm still scarred.
Nah, man. And they're good again,
man.
You guys had that Super Bowl, bro. Oh my God.
I'm scared and scarred from the damn Chiefs. I'm scared of those motherfuckers.
And you guys had that game. Pat Mahomes throws like 2 interceptions. You guys have a big lead, and then it just collapsed. It crumbled.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because this weekend is going to be a big storm in San Francisco against the Seahawks.
Oh, it's bad weather.
The game plan should be to run it. Just run it down their throat.
Yep, run the ball.
And that was the game plan for that Super Bowl. We were running. We had the lead, and as soon as we got the lead with 6 minutes left, Shanahan told Garoppolo to start throwing it.
What he did with with the Falcons in that Super Bowl.
That's what I'm worried about, man. I don't think Shanahan knows what the fuck he's doing.
He gets throw happy. He wants to win spectacular fashion.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna look at this weekend's game because it's gonna be a big storm. So we're gonna run it because Purdy can't be throwing it because it's gonna be like 20-mile-per-hour winds.
So it's one of those horrible weather games.
Oh, yeah, so we're gonna be running it. So I want to see at the end of the game if we're winning it. If all of a sudden he starts throwing it, if he starts throwing it, I'm gonna be like, dude, he's up to the same shit.
Yeah, see, I didn't know.
That's what I'm looking out for.
Bad. Oh man, I hate the weather. Those bad weather games, bro.
Oh, it's been crazy over here in California. You seen the news?
Yeah, I seen the thing you posted where it was pouring rain.
Oh, it's been crazy. It's been like freaking like 18 people died already and stuff, and like on the coast, like the highways look like rivers and it's crazy.
It's pouring right now over here too. It's been rainy like the whole 2 weeks. It's just been pouring rain. Same thing over here.
But you guys are used to it though. We're used to a drought.
Yeah, no, we're like, this is nothing for us.
Yeah, but last year you guys flooded though, right? Remember you said your car got stuck in that garage?
Yeah, remember thank God I was able to get out of there. I would have been stuck there the whole night. I would just have to sleep in the car.
That's crazy. Yeah, remember. Yeah, we talked about that on the show that same day or the next day after that.
Yes, we did. I was like, thank God I'm here. I'm alive. I was
But
stuck.
you know what it is? I love that weather though. I love storms and shit.
It's comforting, but then when you got to go out in that shit, I hate going to work and it's pouring and fucks me all up.
I've
So,
always wanted to be a meteorologist or a storm chaser, believe it or not.
chasing storms.
Yeah, but I live in the wrong state. I'll be out there in Oklahoma chasing tornadoes and shit if I could.
And see, we reverse. See, I like your weather. I like that nice, dry climate.
Mhm.
I like to hear the birds chirping, and I like the desert. And I
Yeah.
got the complete opposite
Well,
here.
I like the birds too when it's seagulls. The seagulls out there when it's pouring rain.
You like Seahawks?
No, fuck no.
No, that's gonna be a battle. I see. I didn't know the weather was that bad, so that's gonna be a battle now.
Yeah.
That changes everything.
Yeah, because you know what? They're used to more of that stormy stuff. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, though,
Mm-hmm.
in the playoffs, when the 49ers do play, there's no stat you can look up, but I've noticed over the years when we do play in storms like that, we end up winning. Remember the game with Kaepernick?
When
When they're like, oh, they're from San Francisco and stuff. They're going to Green Bay. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a blizzard, this and this, and be like 20 degrees. And that's when Kaepernick ran all over him.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously that was years ago. It's not the same team.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the San Francisco, they're used to cold weather too, and rain a little bit.
Yeah, look when the Giants played them. When the Giants played you guys, remember that was that NFC championship game. The weather was
you know what? Let me see. I got something to play for you.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me it's that comeback.
It's the anniversary of something.
Oh Lord. Because as a Giant fan, I think I know what's about to happen.
Oh, don't tell me I didn't. Oh, here it is.
Uh-oh.
Let me see.
The 31, making this a 41-yard try.
And he botches the snap. Trey Junkin throws the ball. I remember. I watched it live. Look at that shit. You know what's crazy? Looking at it now, it was a chip shot. That wasn't pass interference.
You know what? It was pass interference, but that guy that got pass interference was ineligible. So they were offsetting. That's why the game ended.
He said he checked in.
I don't know. I never heard him check in.
Yo, that has to be but we got back with the Kyle Williams fumbles. What did he fumble twice?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's karma. Yeah.
Yeah, we got back twice. We got back, the karma. So
yeah.
One thing, like my father always tells me, my father, even the other day, we were on the phone, and he said the only team other than the Giants that I have respect for is the 49ers. He said, because win or lose, our franchises have always battled it out. Mm-hmm. It always comes down to the Giants and 49ers a lot of times. So my dad had like the utmost respect for the 49ers, always.
You know, it's funny too, you say that because when it comes to the NFC, I can care less about any other team, but the Giants, like, I don't know if they have the blue because I like blue. That's one of my favorite colors. But I always had the respect for you guys.
Yeah, same thing with the 49ers. I never have said, oh, whack 49ers or they suck. No, it's always, that's just
what it might be. Obviously, the 2002 game and then the Kyle Williams stuff, but at least in my lifetime, we haven't really met in big games. Maybe if we would have met more times often, then maybe I'm like, man, fuck you guys. Fuck
if we were born earlier, remember like Joe Montana when Leonard Marshall crushed Joe Montana and all, then we would probably have more of a disdain for each other. But I just think like my dad was
like a shooting star. Like it comes once in a lifetime, but when it happens, it's that was badass.
And the games are epic. All of our games are like epic battles. I mean, you guys killed Eli Manning that whole game. Remember that one time he got up, his helmet was sideways. I'm like, how the fuck is Eli even alive? Yo, your defensive line was crazy. Justin Smith.
And that's a sad thing too, though, man. It's that team. They say that was the best team in history to not win it ever, and it happened because of Kyle Williams.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, that was 2 fumbles, right? The first one hit off his.
One was a punt and one was a kick.
Yes, and I was screaming at the TV. I'm like, just go for it. Do not punt that fucking ball. and they punt, and then I'm like, "Whoa!" I see the
And the
ball
thing
is
is,
out.
too, though,
Yo.
when it was happening live, you could tell it hit his fucking knee. And he
You
just starts
could the way
walking away.
the
I'm like, dude,
trajectory.
jump on the freaking ball. And he just fucking walks the hell off the. I'm like, come on, dude.
And when we won that game, I kept saying the whole week, I said, "There's no way in hell." That was the one time I said, "We're better than the Patriots." I said, "We're just a better team than the Patriots," because they had no defense that whole year. Patriots had no defense at all. I was like, "We're just and we beat them earlier that season too. We beat them in Foxborough." I said, "Well, I'm telling you, we're the better team. We're going to beat the Patriots." So that second Super Bowl, I wasn't really on edge against them. And then we jumped out to the 9-0 lead right away. So I was like, you know what? I think we were just a better team. But that first, you guys were our Super Bowl. We had to beat you guys. If I said we could beat the 49ers, then we're good to go.
Yeah, if we would have beat you
And
guys
that's
too,
what
would have beat the Patriots too in that perfect season.
You would have beat the Patriots, yes.
that was the
Because we
perfect
were the
season,
two
right?
best teams. Yeah, yep.
Man,
We were the two best teams that whole season. There was no doubt. Like one of us is going to the Super Bowl, going into that game. It was like one of, and then just that Kyle Woodward, and then I was insane. And then remember they were yelling at his father, the GM of the White Sox, and he was going. They were threatening him.
Well,
and
they all got death threats. That's a sad thing about it. I was fucking pissed off at Kyle Williams. Even to this day, I'm so mad at him. But to get death threats, even his dad, that had nothing to do with it. I'm like,
nothing to do with it at all. That's like doing death threats to Trey Junkin because he snapped the ball the wrong way or whatever. I mean, that was just insane. That was pass interference all the way. I walked out the house.
You know what they said too, though, when I was watching this again, because it was the anniversary this week, right? It was like the 20-year anniversary or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And I think it's Joe Buck in that call. He says once he caught it like that, he should have stood up and spiked it. And you guys would have had like 3 seconds left to do one more play.
That's you know what? I think he just panicked. It was a panic move. I don't know what happened.
Because he started giving away too, though. I don't think to me when I watch it, it looked like the 49ers didn't know it was muffed. But when he took off, he was waving the ball like this, like that's when like, oh shit, he has the fucking ball over there. If he had him wide open, and then been like held it down, then threw it, it might have been a touchdown.
That he's bobbling, he's going back.
He gets the ball and he starts waving around like, "Hey, I got the ball over here."
Yeah, I got the ball. Then the guy he throws to whoever, he's flopping all around. He's dropping everywhere.
And then our linebacker that tackled him, the one that supposedly got the pass interference, you could when he was laying on the ground, he was like, "Oh," he didn't know there was a ineligible man downfield.
Fucking Jim Fossil, may he rest in peace. He's on the sideline. He's throwing his jacket. He's going crazy. But remember early in that game, Michael Strahan points to T.O.'s doing his dance or whatever. But Michael Strahan's like, "Oh, look at the score." And then once that happened, good night.
It was reversed after that. When the game ended, T.O. went back to the stands and he was fucking yelling at the crowd, and you could see Strahan walking out through the tunnel yelling at the fucking fans, talking shit. So it was like the same thing, but just more dramatic.
I walked out the house at that point. It was a shame what happened.
You know what? I was about 13 at that time, and I still remember that game. I remember watching it at my aunt Mina's house, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "What the hell just happened?"
There was 2 games like that, though. That which game I remember more
Cowboys
in that one. No, I'm talking about the Giants.
Okay.
Well, the Cowboys with Tony Romo, I could watch that all day when he muffed the snap. But see, that's
was he not wide open to get into that end zone with the run?
Well, that's what confuses me about the whole thing.
How did he? There's nobody there, and all of a sudden he gets tackled.
I don't know, but I guess the guy like nipped his shoelace or something happened. But I think it was the same season. We go up. We're in Seattle. Crowd noise is dumping. We are winning like crazy. Then Jeremy Shockey gets a big touchdown. He goes off to the sideline and he's dancing in the camera.
Oh,
and you see in the back of him though, the guy in the Seahawks, he's
taking it to the house.
And then he turns around, he's like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, dude, he just took it back to the house."
Yeah, it was the kick return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I walked out the house in that game too. So I think that was the same season where I had to leave the house twice because of some crazy shit.
Yeah, Jeremy Shockey, he was He was a crazy guy, wasn't he? He was always trying to
He
fight
was,
people
yeah.
and shit.
He won 2 Super Bowls, one with the Giants, one with the Saints, 2-time Super Bowl champion. But he was like a little.
He was a hothead.
He was good, but he dropped some balls in big spots. He was always hurt.
He was kind of like the Brandon
So-
Jacobs with at the tight end.
Yeah.
Or would you? To me, that's what it seemed like. I don't know how you feel, but
I love Brandon Jacobs though.
oh, I see him all the time on Twitter. He's what? He's about like 45 now. He's still talking shit.
Mr. Giant.
Oh, he's
he
crazy.
loves his Giants.
He's always talking
He
shit.
loves his Giants.
Well, we got 5 comments
Well, he
on
talks shit like-
Facebook.
We do?
Yeah,
Oh shit. Let me see.
I just checked right now. Silverback King, Freddie Nelson Ortega.
What Freddie say?
He said Kyle Williams is my hero. Oh man.
Yes, Fred. Freddie, I didn't see your comment, my brother. You know I would have said something right away. Let me mute the
Man, let me share this real quick. Let me post it on my network.
Giants gonna win this Sunday. Yeah, Silverback said we getting Machado. What's up? Willis. What's up, man?
Oh, I can't post.
Yeah, we're doing a late night edition here.
Yeah, I gotta post it. Let me see. Let me try to post it on Instagram.
Fred, you already know how we do it. Freddie said tomorrow is Giant Friday. Bring your Giants gear to work day. Big Blue is in the house, baby.
Well, the games are already
We got-
tomorrow, technically.
Yeah, and then so you guys are Saturday. That's what's disrespectful.
Oh, so you guys play Sunday.
And that's what's disrespectful.
And you
to
know
me
the
from your
bullshit is
end.
too, though. The 49ers and Seahawks are a big rivalry, but we play at
And you guys
1:30
get a
California time.
Right.
I'm like, come on, man. That don't make no sense.
That's what's disrespectful. If anything, we should be Saturday. You guys Sunday.
Or reverse the
And then the
times.
Cowboys and Bucks, the Buccaneers stink. They're on Monday.
Yeah, you know, I think they might be the
I gotta-
Cowboys.
There we go. I gotta zoom. I gotta get back in focus, but
Oh, yours has an autofocus on it.
yeah. By the way, I think the Bucks are gonna beat the Cowboys.
That's
so.
what I just said. I think so
Mhm,
too.
mhm.
You know, 'cause,
I think so too.
you know, if Tim is watching this, you know, you guys ain't them boys. That's my my uncle's neighbor. He's a cool dude. He's always commenting on my Facebook now, but he's a diehard Cowboys fan. He always yells from across the street, "We them boys!" I'm like,
We're gonna beat them boys.
I don't
all
know,
right.
man. You ain't them boys.
They're gonna beat them boys when they lose.
Because they've looked pretty mediocre, huh? The past couple weeks.
They're gonna beat them boys when they lose on Monday.
Take a picture of this for the Instagram.
They making sense of the senseless.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
Oh man,
they did look scary
Yeah,
though for a
Fred.
little bit though, huh? The Cowboys.
No, Fred is dying at that whole game that we lost to you guys. That has to be the worst game in Giants history.
You think so?
No. You know what? No, I'm wrong. It's the Eagles comeback in the Meadowlands. Miracle of the Meadowlands Part 2.
Okay.
Then 49ers game. I think Fred, you probably agree with me too there that game was awful. The 49ers, the Giants and Eagles comeback where just punt the ball out of bounds. Tom Coughlin, by the time the ball was still in the air, Tom Coughlin was already at midfield killing the punter. Like, I told you, punt the fuck out of bounds. And all before you know it, Deshaun Jackson was gone.
Oh, when you talking about when he dropped it a little bit, couple times, and he took it back.
Fumbled the ball,
Yeah.
picked it up, and then danced
Well, he
backwards.
picked
into
it up,
end
but he
zone.
ran back like almost 5 yards. Then he went. Yeah.
Once he made that last spin, I had to go to, you know what's crazy? I had to go to work that night, and I was a doorman at that time. And I'm talking about it was the worst because I'm sitting there and I'm just thinking about that game. I'm like, how the fuck did we lose?
Was that a playoff
And that
game?
was the playoffs right there. That was for the division.
Oh, was it still the regular season?
It was like the last game before. Yeah, it was week 15. And whoever won that game clinched the division. So that was it. And but you know what? Made up for it, we won the Super Bowl the next year. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was Dodge. Yup, Fred, it was Dodge. It was definitely Yeah, remember the ball was still in the air and Coughlin's like, "You motherfucker." Because Freddie's commented in the
How come the comments
comments.
don't post up on this one?
I know, only the YouTube comments for some reason.
Yeah. What was it talking about last time? The naked girls or something?
Oh yeah, free naked girl. Yeah, Tom Coughlin was like, "You motherfucker." That was at Dodge. You never seen him ever again. Dodge was completely closed out from never. He that's it. He never played punt in the NFL ever again.
Dodge. Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, he got out of Dodge all right with that shit. He was out. Tom Coughlin was like, "You fuck."
Yeah, we'll see, man.
You know,
That'll be cool if we meet in the NFC Championship game this year. I'm
I
telling
don't
you,
know, man. Me and Freddie were talking.
I think you guys could beat the Eagles, like you said too. And then who else is out there? The Seahawks, obviously. Who else is it?
Who beat us?
Who
beat us? The Seahawks beat us in that was crazy. Every time we go to Seattle, some theatrics happen.
That's
Some
what I'm telling you, man. That's
fumble.
why I hate the Seahawks and the Chiefs. Because some shit always happens with both those damn teams.
Some shit always
Yeah,
happens. Yeah,
It's insane.
some weird theatrical thing happens. Some tips off the fingers. Richie James couldn't catch a nose. He couldn't catch a cold that game.
Yeah.
Every time the ball got punted to him, he was fumbling the
I'm
shit.
glad you guys got him now, though.
That's your man.
I liked him
Yeah,
when he was
see,
with us because he didn't really do that with us. They just got rid of him for no reason.
You see, Freddie said the only 49ers are the only team that scares him, and that's the thing. A couple hours ago at work, I seen him in the locker room, and that's what we were talking about.
The
He
49ers?
said the only team that scares him is the 49ers. Yes.
I don't know, man.
It's reverse psychology too. Now you guys are the best team. We're scared of you right now. You guys are gonna win the whole
thing is, too,
thing.
I haven't really thought about you guys. I just been once we got lined up with the Seahawks, I'm just like, damn, man, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year. I can't get over
And
that.
that goes for anything. That goes for anything. Basketball, football, baseball.
Mhm.
It's tough to beat.
I think if we
from
do
like
get past the
3 in a row.
Seahawks, so then maybe I'll start thinking about, oh shit, the Eagles are still out there, the Giants are still out there, this and that. But for now, I'm worried about the game at hand.
I'm shocked that you're so, but then again, the history of it makes you worried about the Seahawks because I'm shocked because the Seahawks are like, what are they? Didn't they have a losing record this year?
No, they ended up freaking 9-8.
9-8. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they ended up over 500. Yep. So
Yeah.
So Buffalo, Miami, Cincinnati, and Baltimore. And Baltimore, what's up with them? And with Lamar Jackson, he might not come back at all this year.
Yeah, I think he's making a business decision. I think he's like, I'm not, because now they just paid, what was it, Roquan Smith? They paid him $100 million, their linebacker. So he's like, yo, where's the money at for me?
Yeah, but I think that makes. I seen something that
him.
said that since they signed him to that, now they can franchise tag Lamar Jackson and sign him for a bigger contract next year or something like that.
Okay.
And I think Lamar Jackson already said he wanted that to keep.
Because I know that the Jet fans are like having a dream where they think they're going to get Lamar Jackson. That's not happening, dude.
And if they did,
Lamar
that's the
Jackson
end of his
is not
career
gonna wear that
anyways.
shit green uniform. Yeah.
And I
Jackson.
like Lamar Jackson, so I want to see him keep playing. But if he goes to the Jets, I'm not going to see him play anymore because he's going to fucking suck, and then he's going to be retired.
They're going to have that shit green jersey on. Ain't nobody wants to see him there. Come on.
Well, I mean,
the Jet fans,
last week. That's why I said I like their metallic face mask. It's like metal looking, the metal green.
Yeah, they losing this style.
Here, this is for your what's your boy's name?
We just had it out in the locker room because he refuses. See, Jose, that's for you, brother. So the thing is, so I'm like, yo, Jose, remember the game is 4:30. He's like, what game? I said, the Giants game. He goes, oh, I'm not a fan. I'll watch the highlights on YouTube. I said, but you're a football fan, right? Yeah. So I said, so how you not watching the Giants game? Just because it's the Giants, you're not watching them? I mean, if it was opposite, if roles reverse, I watch the Jets in the playoffs to lose or whatever. I'm going to root for them to lose. But I'm still, as a football fan, that's just sour grapes to me, bro. Because all year, all your quarterback sings.
Yeah.
Both teams are not going to the playoffs, and we reversed it. Now we have a good quarterback.
I'm not calling shots at I'm not calling shots at your boy, but yeah, that's how I felt last year. Speaking like of the Dodgers, I was like, man, once we lost to the Padres, I'm, man, I'm not watching it. I don't care about the World Series. That's what I said. But then I watched every damn game after that.
You end up watching it anyway. As a sports fan in general,
Mhm.
you're gonna watch your teams.
At
Or
first, I
just
was
the
telling myself,
sport.
man, I don't fuck this shit. I'm not watching it. But then I was fucking right on the TV. I'm like, oh shit.
Because what I tell him today, I was like, look, I know, I was like, so, I mean, I said, this is something you don't have to worry about. I'm like, but God forbid the Jets went to the Super Bowl. You don't think I'm going to watch the game? I mean, of course I am. As a sports fan, I'm going to watch the Jets in the Super Bowl, but that would never happen. But I'm just saying, God forbid that was to happen, I would watch.
You
know?
took a shot at him just like that, like nonchalantly.
No,
Like no nonchalant. You're like, that won't happen, but I would watch it.
it's not going to happen. It's the Jets. I mean, come on, they really blow. And you know what? One of my favorite shows is the Let's Talk Jets radio show. I love those guys. I donate to their show. I love the Jet podcast. I watch that Jet podcast religiously. So it has nothing to do.
But why though? Why do you
with,
like?
I just get involved with other fan bases. I can't explain it to you.
You know, that's why you're talking about the Padres shit.
I'm down with the Padres. Well, I used to be. Now, not so much no more.
Now you see what I'm
They
talking about.
they kind of betrayed me a little bit. They started talking shit to me and everything. Yeah,
I told you, I
we was
warned you.
for a while.
Didn't I warn you?
Yeah, you did. You did. You warned me. Now I'm not feeling them no more.
Yeah.
But and then that's why we're going to take Machado from them. So
yeah. And then so speaking of the playoffs though, so Jacksonville and the Chargers, who gets that game? That's a toss up right there.
You know what?
Might end
I
up
don't
in a
even know.
damn-
I wouldn't.
I know it can't be a tie because it's playoffs, but shit, that might be a damn tie. Them sorry ass teams there.
It's crazy. I have a feeling the Jaguars are going to win that game. You know why? Betting the Chargers all year, they disappointed me the whole damn season when it came to bets on FanDuel.
You know what? Because yeah, Trevor Lawrence, he's starting to show what he can do, huh?
Is Etienne? Is he healthy? Because
Yeah,
that
he's
dude
been healthy.
could run
Yeah,
his ass off.
yeah.
That dude could run his ass off. They're good, man. The Jaguars are no joke. I like them. I think they're going to beat the Chargers. To be honest,
they got in there at 9-8 as well.
And the Chargers offense been, I know, but they have a lot of injuries, but they just been very underwhelming to me. Even on this dude, Justin Herbert, hasn't been as good as they make him sound. He's like better on paper than he is in a game.
Well, actually, like this year, he did seem like he was like a paper guy. But last year,
he's a paper
he was lights out though.
He was good, but now it seems like the league adjusted to him a little bit, and now he's a paper guy. And look, I love him or whatever. I feel, Josh Allen is another guy. Look at his stats. He's becoming like a paper guy. He throws interceptions like he's giving Halloween candy away recently.
He does good in the first half, and the second half he looks like shit.
He looks like shit.
Yeah.
And then when you not because he's my quarterback or whatever, but if you look at Daniel Jones' stats, it's not far-fetched to be like, oh,
what? I'll give you credit.
I'll
give you credit for that one, man. Because I remember last year, me and Ron, we kept telling you, like, why do you believe in that kid? I didn't see it. I'll be honest, I didn't see it at all.
And I said, yo, he got skills.
You guys in the playoffs now.
Yeah. So who else is playing? So you have our teams. You have the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a good one. But I think the Jags are going to take that. How about you?
I would take that because I do like Trevor Lawrence. I do like him, but then who else is there? Oh, the Bills and Dolphins.
I got the Dolphins got this guy Skylar Thompson, or whoever the hell that is, at their quarter. Because I think Tua passed away. To be honest with you, I think he died, and they're just not saying nothing. Because
shit, yeah, man.
I think he like passed away or something.
He might be retired soon, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Freddie said that's how I really am at work. That I'm a dick. He said in the chat that I'm a dick.
That you're
no, but I'm not trying to be.
He says you're a dick or he's a dick.
Me, that I'm a dick. That's how I am. The way I am on the show is how I act at work. But my thing is, because look, so you're gonna tell me so I said you're gonna watch the Super Bowl this year, right? He goes, yeah. I said, so then what's the difference with the Giant game? It's football.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not a fan.
So if you watch football, then why not watch the playoff games?
It's sour grapes because all year he was telling me the Jets and Giants will both suck. We're both going to be drafting quarterbacks. and with no playoffs. And we reversed whatever he said was going to happen. So Freddie says, I root for the Knicks. Yeah, Fred's a Knick and Boston. I'm a Brooklyn fan. But baseball, I can't stand his Mets. And I cannot stand the Yankees either. But me and Fred, that's my brother. I love Freddie to death, but we
Has he been on the
disagree.
show before?
No, he hasn't been on the show. No.
Okay, because I remember
what's
you
crazy?
talking about him a lot. Maybe that's why I thought he was on before.
Yeah,
the
and
only
last
person
week
I've
when
seen on as a guest was your buddy that passed away.
Chris. Yeah, and Steve. Yeah, Steve. Rest in peace.
Because
Steve.
when the Todd came on the 2 times, those are the 2 days I missed.
Yes, you actually were not on the show with Todd.
So I know Todd now from Facebook because I comment on his shit all the time, but I haven't talked to him on video ever.
Some shit went down with Todd, and Todd, I love you, my brother. But some shit went down a couple of weekends ago that I was going to talk to you about off air.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm done with him right now too.
Shit.
So some shit went down. Todd, I love you though, but some shit went down that I kind of took the wrong way. So I'm happy your Red Sox suck this year coming up. So, but yeah. Some shit really went down. And it involved your boy. It involved your boy too. So that's some crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Freddie, this is for you, Fred, real quick. The next Cy Young Award winner.
Then who the hell is
That's
that?
for you, Fred. What? You don't know who that is?
Oh, Senga?
Yeah.
Man, you look like Correa. Right, no.
If he spent a couple of years in Japan.
Oh, you just scared because I was looking at my phone. I looked up like, oh, what the fuck? But no, I was gonna say, speaking of Todd though, I was looking at the Kraken. They beat the Bruins today, 3-0.
And the Bruins are unstoppable this year.
Oh, they're 32-5. Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there another team better than them though?
As far as I knew, it was the Bruins. I don't think you get much better than them.
Oh, okay. It's the Golden Knights. They're 28-13. Yeah, and then they're fucking 32-5. Boston,
68 points already.
That's crazy. 32-5. I think
I thought
beat
we
them.
had
The
good
Kings
years
just
last
beat them.
year.
I think a week ago or something like that.
And I think we beat them too. We beat them not too long ago too. We beat the Bruins.
Yeah. Oh no, they beat
But
They beat us.
5 losses.
They beat us a week ago, actually. Like that's where we just beat them. Yeah, we beat them.
Freddie says that Senga's gonna be in the bullpen by July. He's gonna be a bullpen pitcher by July.
Senga?
Yeah. You know what? I'm telling you, that guy's gonna be something special.
Senga?
Yeah.
Is that the guy?
So
he's barely making his American debut this year.
Yes, his first year. Yeah, he throws 104 miles an hour.
He's the kid from Japan, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. You guys are gonna know who he is by the end of the year. I ain't worried about it.
You know, that's the thing with those guys. Those those Asian Japanese players. They come out of nowhere.
No one said anything when Tanaka came. He was the greatest thing since Nolan Ryan. Then when the Mets get this dude, who's the best pitcher in Japan, now he's like a sucky player. So I don't know what happened.
Well, is it the team,
Fred,
team that makes him suck or what? Because look at Ohtani. Ohtani should. I mean, obviously he's a superstar still, but if he would have been on any other team right now, he would be fucking like a household.
Yeah, no one watches the Angels, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday, I hope he doesn't watch the podcast, but last night at my sister's daughter's birthday party, this kid named James, I met him years ago. He was there last night, and we were talking about sports because he had a 49er hat, so we were talking about the 49ers for a little bit. And then I was like, "Oh, so you do watch baseball?" And he was like, "A little bit, man." And I was like, "Why? Do you like the Dodgers?" He's like, "No." I'm like, who's your team name? He's like, Angels. I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Damn, well, that's why you don't watch baseball."
No wonder. Yeah. And they have 2 generational players, and they stink.
Yeah, but I mean, some of them are diehard. Like my stepdad, Mark, he's a diehard Angels fan. Even to this day, he still watches every damn game.
They're cool with the rally monkey and all of that. You know why they were cool to me, Freddie? I hate to say it. I loved them back in the day with the rally because they beat the Yankees. So that was like my shit. I was going for them, but no one watches them. No, the Dodgers people stay up and watch.
Yeah,
Nobody's staying up.
because they're like the Clippers. They're the Clippers of LA. But in baseball,
Yeah, I mean,
know the Clippers are
can you
doing all
imagine the
right, but
Dodgers-
at the end of the day, the Lakers are what you think of when you think about LA basketball.
Can you imagine the Dodgers or the Mets with Ohtani and Trout? Or the Yankees, let's say us three with
No.
Ohtani and Trout.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you couldn't imagine that. It's crazy.
You couldn't even imagine like the notoriety you would get. But with the Angels, like, oh, I forgot he's on the Angels.
Yeah, like poor Mike Trout, man.
He's on the cover of MLB or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. It's insane when you think of it. When certain teams they ruin players.
I don't know, man. Those Padres are looking good this year, though. I'm trying to get focused here. It's driving me crazy. But the Padres, are looking good this year.
Yeah, fuck them. Part of my friend.
I might have to slip back in the community. They'll forget. Maybe I could forgive them or whatever like that. But and then slip back into that community. So that's what I told Jose. I said, dude, I donate to the Jets podcast. I never donated to the Giants podcast. I donate to the Jets. I give the Jets fans money for their show. So it has nothing to do.
You're just a nice guy that gives back to the sports stuff. You just love sports.
Right. About the sport. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm for the game. I'm for the culture, bro. We're for the culture. Another Shade of Blue is we're a family show. We give back to the culture.
If I had extra money,
one day
give back to something like that. But
yeah, one day, hopefully, we get the same love back.
Yeah.
And I do it to promote our show too, because when I donate, it's a super chat. So I say, oh, from Another Shade of Blue, love your show.
Oh, so you give the town a shout out.
Yeah, I give us a shout out. Yes, in the donations.
That's good.
So.
And do they do it? Do they mention it?
No, not really. The Padres actually just the one time I mentioned it. You know what the guy said to me from the Padres podcast? And he actually does San Diego, the Aztecs, the college team, the San Diego Aztecs. He calls their games. He's their radio announcer.
Oh, really?
Yes. So he says to me, he goes, hey, the guy from Another Shade of Blue, whatever, he goes, why don't you just worry about your Jacob deGrom and go somewhere else? Just like that.
Even though you donate.
Because I said Mets and Dodgers podcast, blah, blah, blah. So he see Mets and Dodgers, but he don't say nothing about you guys. He's like, why don't you go worry about your Jacob deGrom situation and go somewhere else?
Wow,
and I still stayed with them.
That's kind of jacked up for him to say, you know what I mean?
Because they had just lost you guys had beat them like 6 in a row or whatever that was. So they had lost, they were like 30 games back from you guys. So they were like, it wasn't like a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I come in peace. I'm part of a Mets and Dodgers podcast. And they just focus on the Mets, though. And he was like, go back to your Jacob deGrom or whatever. So I was like,
crazy. Yeah.
And then other people in the chat were like, oh, fuck the Dodgers. Well, they call you guys the, oh my God, I was going to ask you about that. The Doyers. What is that? Because it's like the whole chat was like, fuck the Doyers. Fuck the Doyers. What is that?
That's
like
how they say it in Spanish. That's nothing bad.
Oh, okay, because they keep saying Doyers.
Spanish Heritage Week or whatever in baseball or whatever it is, the Dodgers wear the Dodgers and it says Doyers.
So, but is that like a discriminate? I mean, are they saying that's corny or something? Like, what is that about?
I don't know what that means, but it just because that's what we go by sometimes. We go by the Doyers.
Yeah, because they call you guys the Doyers. I just never knew what that was.
It's not even mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at because I was like, why they call you? And they call them you
guys. Me talking shit to the Diamondbacks, like, yeah, fuck you, Serpientes. You know how their jerseys say Serpientes?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Fuck the Los Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you that for the longest time because I was gonna take a picture and send it.
Sometimes I say that to myself. I'm like, oh, let's go.
Oh, okay. But they make it sound like it's something bad though. No. It's always like the Doyers. They don't call you guys.
They have nothing on us. That's why they're like, oh,
okay.
Shit, we'll just. call them the Doyers. I don't know. I can't think of how they talk shit.
You know when I believed you? Remember you told me they'll celebrate anything? When they beat us in the wild card round and they threw a parade in the streets over there and was blowing up cars and burning stuff. I said for a wild card game, then I was like, you know what?
I
Gary was
told
right.
you, dude. I'm telling you, they're fucking
Mhm.
crazy.
My dad said, fuck the Padres. He said, fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what he said. He said, I'll take the Dodgers over the Padres any day. He said, fuck them.
They're fucking the team and their fans, man. I can't stand them. They're
fans
fucking.
suck.
They're something else.
Yeah, I was like, you're literally blowing up stuff in the streets. There was cops. They had the
It was like a
riot.
fucking World
police.
Series championship.
I'm like, for a wild card
Mhm.
game? I'm like, and then I mean, they did beat who they beat out? Oh, you guys.
Yeah,
they
they
must
beat
have
us,
really had
yeah.
a parade for that.
Yeah, that was
They
their
must
World
have really
Series.
had-
That's why I was so pissed off. I'm like, damn, this team of all teams beat us like that. They beat us 3 games to 1.
I was for the first time in my life, I was going for you guys to beat their ass. I hate their fans. I want you guys to whoop their
we
ass.
win 111 games, and then we just win one more after that. And against that team,
And they won what? So you won 111. We won 101. They won like 80 games.
it was like 80 something.
And they beat the both of
something
us.
like that. Yeah.
And they beat the both of us.
Mhm.
We both 100-win teams, and they knocked us both out. But with us, it was like not even it wasn't even competitive. They like whooped our ass.
We weren't either.
Then towards the end, yeah, they started whooping your guys' ass.
We didn't
I was
do
like,
nothing.
oh man. No. Then when I wanted them to beat the Phillies, then they shit the bed.
Mhm.
So I'm like, because I didn't want the Phillies to win the World Series either, bro. I was like,
They got swept, didn't they? Was it a sweep
No,
or was
they
it one?
I think they swept the Phillies. I mean, I think the Phillies swept them.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then I was like, because that Philadelphia is the worst city on planet Earth. That city is
Like,
trashy.
You probably say that like
Things.
every other episode. You have to
Yes,
throw that in.
there's junkies everywhere. There's feces, blood,
It's
all
crazy.
types of paraphernalia,
Yeah.
just all types of violence and bacteria and viruses
Yeah.
and all types of vermin, rodents, just sprinkled across this giant city that just has like this cloud of like funk around it. But yeah, no, we love Philly though. Please
Hey,
subscribe to the
real quick before we get off soon. What do you think about the
Mhm,
Derek
mhm.
Carr stuff?
you know what? You give James a hard time.
I mean, I told him already. I tell you, I tell you what. I told him already. Like, if you want people to talk shit about you and your team, don't fucking post every damn thing you see about your team every fucking 5 minutes. Because is he not posting every damn thing about every 5 minutes?
Well,
you go to Facebook. What do you
he's
see when
in-
you first open up Facebook? You see something about fucking
as soon
James
as I
posted.
hit it, right away, it's Derek Carr. It's a picture of Derek Carr.
This one, and it's
That's the
from
first
James.
thing I see from
That's
James.
what I'm saying. If he
yes.
doesn't want people to talk
But he's
crap
in
and put their
mourning.
input, then don't post shit like that.
But he's in mourning right now. He's like me when they did it to Eli. I was posting about Eli like crazy. He's in mourning.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Derek Carr might end up in New York. I think he's gonna go to the Jets, to be honest with you.
You never know. But the thing is, I was going to say, because James posted something earlier on Facebook of
Mhm.
Max Crosby.
I seen it and I seen what you said to him.
Yeah, I'm like, all of a sudden, now that he's gone, now his teammates want to come up and say something about him and like stick up for him.
So what? You don't think they were defending him before that?
I was not in the media because I haven't heard anything in the media.
Because Devontae Adams was all over it.
He did say something, huh?
Yeah, but he's the only one that I seen that said something.
Yeah, but now that's what I'm saying. Now that he's not officially gone now, but it's obviously that he's gonna be gone. Now Max Crosby's coming out and saying something. I don't know.
To me, he's their best player too, Max Crosby. But I don't know. It's not his fault. But Max Crosby's right. It's not Derek Carr's fault.
No, it's not.
I don't think it is.
It's the fucking the coach.
Well, he sucks.
What else was his
He
name?
sucked with St. Louis too, and he was their offensive
Daniels?
coordinator. He sucked with the Broncos. Yeah, he sucked with the Broncos. He sucked with them. He sucks with the Raiders. And then who's their? Well, who's their GM? Their owner
Davis?
blows, by the way. Yeah. Well, their owner blows. Yeah, He needs to fucking get a fade or something.
He
You
has
can't
the
stay
same
with him.
aspect. He has the same mentality as his dad.
Just win, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But with them, it's the opposite
Yeah.
now. It's just lose. I mean,
Well, they went to Las
he needs like a
Vegas.
fade.
What do you expect? They went to Las Vegas. All they do is get losses.
I mean, he needs like a fade or like a fitted because you cannot walk around with that haircut anymore, dude.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing that shit. Makes it. I don't want to eat around him. Then he got like that face where it's like they blow. Their jerseys are beautiful. Their quarterback is good, but he's taking the blame. But that guy Stidham is not that bad though.
Well, he
Stidham is
wasn't. He
alright.
looked good against us, but then the Chiefs fucking exposed his ass that last game.
You know what though? Your defense hasn't been looking good. That's one thing I would say is with the Niners. Your defense been shaky. You got ripped up by Stidham. Then who else? There was another team, right, that kind of put up a bunch of points on you too.
That was about it. The last game against
Dolphins?
us was the Cardinals, and we went back to normal.
How about the dog? You guys play the Dolphins at all? Because I think I remember them putting up a bunch of points too.
Shit, I think we did play them like early in the year.
I'll tell you right now, one of these games I was like, oh, well, the command. Well, yeah, the
I
Raiders.
think the Dolphins did.
No, actually, no.
I think the Dolphins
It was
did.
the command.
Let me see.
Yeah. It was, you know what it is? You had 2 weeks in a row where the Commanders put up 20, which I was shocked, and then the Raiders. But then, other than no, your defense was good.
No, we didn't play the Dolphins this year. We did. Yeah,
No.
we did. We beat them 33-17.
33-17. Yeah, I'm looking at that now. The Buccaneers suck, but they're gonna beat the Cowboys. Also, okay, so let's finish that off. So how do you have Cowboys? You have the Bucks beating the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, who else? Who else we got this playoffs? Let me see.
Yeah, I got the Bucks beating them. Let me go to the
You have
bracket.
the Bills beating the Dolphins.
You know what? Because they don't got Tua. So I got the Bills on that
Yeah,
one.
Skylar Thompson.
Sorry, Radley. That's my boy, Radley. He's a big Dolphin. He's not a big Dolphins fan, but he's a Dolphins fan.
Sorry, Rad.
Yeah, he's the one
Then
in my
we
picture. I don't
got-
know if you saw my newest Facebook. picture
Yeah, I
with the
did.
three of us.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah,
he's the
I
one in
seen
the
it.
middle.
Okay, so
Both
he's
those
gonna
dudes
be
are like
for
they're like
the-
one of my. They're like a brother to me, like you.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I gotta meet him. Oh, by the way, I even told my wife already. We out there for the Super Bowl, so I will seeing you in a month. I'll
Hell
actually be
yeah,
seeing
man!
you in a
Shit,
month.
and we got to get that.
That's cool.
That's for
I
real.
forgot about that. I'll be seeing you in about a month.
Yep, got to
You
get
and I
those
will be seeing
tickets.
each other.
Get your
Yeah,
plane
I got to
ticket.
start preparing. Actually, now that you bring that up, I actually do have to start getting some plane tickets. You're right. I didn't even think about that. But I was sitting there eating the other day, and actually today I told her, I said, you know what, I'm about to be seeing Jared in about a month. I'll be over there, so
What'd she say?
we'll be seeing each other for the Super Bowl. No, she's good with that. She's like, yeah. Well, she said, don't use your sick days. That's why I keep those days for stuff like that. So,
Mhm. She coming too or what?
and then, yeah, I think she'll be there too. Yeah.
Yeah, because my wife asked her because I told her about a week ago. I was like, "Oh yeah, Phil might be coming for the Super Bowl." And she's like, "Oh, is he bringing his wife?" And I was like, "I think so." And she's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
She like those New York motherfuckers is coming again.
No, because my wife likes your wife because they both like to talk the Spanish heritage stuff.
Yes,
Mhm.
I noticed that. She was telling me that you guys were that them two were.
Mhm.
They hit it off them two.
Yeah, James's wife was the one that was. She was there, but she was
Anti-Spanish.
talking shit. Like she always does. Shout out Becky. No hard feelings,
Yeah,
Becky.
Becky's cool. Becky, you could make a drink. Becky makes a drink and a half.
Yeah.
I tell you that. And then we have now that's going to be a good game. The Ravens and Bengals.
I got the Bengals on that one because Lamar Jackson ain't gonna be back.
He's definitely not playing at
I
all.
don't think so. What I saw yesterday, they said there's no timeline. They asked John
Yeah,
Harbaugh,
so
and he said, "I could, to be honest, I don't know."
Yeah, then you got to go with the Bengals in that one too.
Yeah.
And then of course,
So
the
far, we got
Chiefs.
the Jags, Bengals,
Yep.
and Bills,
Yep.
and then the Buccaneers.
And we agree on everything.
Buccaneers,
We have the Buccaneers.
Giants. And
Yep. And Niners. Yep. So we're actually completely agree what's going to happen this wild card weekend.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I really do got you guys beating the Vikings. I really do.
Yeah, I actually think so too.
Mhm.
That's the craziest thing. I think we're gonna beat the Vikings. The Vikings are they're fraudulent. Now watch them whoop our ass. Watch.
I don't know, man. They had what was that? That fucking the Stephon Diggs catch a couple years ago against the Saints. When Stephon Diggs, when the dude tried to tackle him, he fucking took it like 70 yards downfield for the touchdown. They're one of those teams too that get
Oh,
those miraculous plays when they need them.
and yo, you know they what was that game that came back this year? Then went they down the biggest comeback
Oh
ever
yeah,
against the Colts.
yeah.
What were they
Man,
down
poor
32
Jeff
nothing?
Saturday. That game fucked his ass up.
I think from what I remember, you were pissed that day too. You were like, "This is unbelievable." So you were pissed.
I wasn't pissed,
That
but I
really
was just
pissed
like,
you
holy
off.
shit! Like I just saw the biggest comeback in NFL history. I was like, what the hell just happened? How did
Yeah, that
happen?
really set you off. I don't run the damn ball, dude. Why don't you just run the ball? Think about it. If you just ran the ball,
Yeah, and the
every
thing
play
is too
and
that
just
hurt
killed the
Jeff
clock.
Saturday a lot more because he was already on the hot seat, like because people were mad, like damn they brought
And
Jeff
I like
Saturday in
Jeff
as a
Saturday,
coach.
man. I like him.
And then he loses
I like
the
him.
biggest lead, or he loses that game like that.
Matt Ryan, bro. If Matt Ryan has a lead, it's
You never
dangerous.
know.
He's gonna blow that
Yep.
shit.
You never
He's
know.
gonna blow that shit.
And that's the thing
So at
too,
least
though,
we're in
that's what they
agreement.
do. He got brought up too by Kyle Shanahan. That's why I'm like, I don't like Kyle Shanahan that much either, but he's who we got.
And now your boy Robert Saleh is on the hot seat right now with the Jets.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, but that's career suicide right now. If you go to the Jets, you get drafted by the Jets or something, you coach, it's career suicide. You will be fired and you will never be good ever again. Look at Zach Wilson. He's never going to be a good quarterback in the NFL because the Jets fucked him up.
Robert Saleh, he got out a little too early because now it's DeMeco Ryans.
And he's coach candidate now too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm about to say. DeMeco Ryans and our assistant GM, they both are we're going to get interviewed for like potential GM positions and coach positions. But now, well, the assistant GM already, I forget his fucking name. He already said, I'm going to stick with the 49ers because we got something good going here. So now
your assistant GM was going to be our GM, but then we took Shane from Buffalo instead.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was between your assistant GM and the Bills assistant GM, and we took their assistant GM.
So that's what they're saying now. I like about DeMeco Ryans. He's like, I mean, I'll do these interviews, but at the end of the day, they're saying he's going to stick with the 49ers. He's like, we got something good happening here. I can be a head coach next year, maybe.
Like our offensive coordinator, Mike Kafka, the Giants, what was the Panthers and the Saints, I think, requested to interview him for their head coaching position. So that's a good thing when our coaches are getting interviews.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. Like you don't always I mean, obviously they want the money, but that's what DeMeco Ryans and our assistant GM are saying. They're like, we got something good happening right now. We don't have to jump ship yet.
Yeah. Why would you want to go coach the damn Panthers and the Broncos? And I don't want to deal with them teams. If I'm winning with the Giants and the 49ers, just stay over there.
That's what happened to Jim Tomsula.
You're going to get fired
Remember
anyway.
Jim Tomsula, our offensive coordinator?
Yes.
He was really good with us, and then he left to be a head coach somewhere else, and he sucked.
The Dolphins.
Now he's not even in the fucking league. He's gone now.
Yeah, then he's right. That's what I'm saying.
So at the end of the day, it ends up costing them more money because they end up getting cut forever.
Look at Pat Shermer. He was he was offensive coordinator of the Minnesota Miracle and all of that. The Vikings offense was humming. He goes to the Giants. He got fired after a year and a half, and you don't hear from him no more. If he had just stayed in Minnesota, he would have been all good.
Sometimes it's better off just to stay put. Yeah, you might be an assistant or something, but you're going to make more money and you might get a Super Bowl.
Yeah, look at Dan Quinn. I think the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. He makes head coach money because the Cowboys like him so much. They pay him like he's a head coach. So just sometimes it's better just stay put. If you got something that works, just stay there. Yeah. I never understood that whole and then isn't it kind of tacky to request an interview while that team is in the playoffs?
I hate that. Come on, because that's a distraction.
Right? Come on, that's so tacky. I hate that shit too. You can't wait until after the Super Bowl or that team been knocked out or something.
I've always thought that it's a distraction is what it is.
Yes, it's ridiculous. Yeah. So Mike Kafka is preparing for his first playoff game as offensive coordinator of the Giants, and now you're requesting an interview. I mean, come on, dude. Leave him the hell alone. We don't want you. He don't want you. How about that? He's Big Blue to the end. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But It's been a great show, my brother.
Yeah, it has, man.
And I will be in contact with you throughout this. I can't believe you guys are playing on Saturday. That's disrespectful. You guys,
1:30.
if anything, you guys should be a Monday night. Then they moved the Cowboy game to Monday night.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we're
what is
playing,
that
I
all
think
about?
we're playing at 1:15 or 1:30 or something.
Yeah, you guys got the matinee. You guys are the
And
matinee.
not only that,
game. I'm
it's a
like,
rivalry game too. The 49ers and Seahawks.
huge. That's like Giants Eagles.
Even
It's
if
the
it
same
wasn't
thing.
playoffs, 49ers and Seahawks shouldn't play at 1 something.
That's
5.
a 4 p.m. game.
Yeah.
4 p.m. or Monday or Sunday night.
Yeah, we
football.
play at 1:30. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. You guys got completely disrespected that shit. I could not believe that.
Yep.
I'm like, wait, the 49ers are Saturday? If anything, we should be there. You guys should be the Sunday night game. Because we're Sunday at 4. We didn't even get the 1
Yeah,
p.m. slot. We
flip-flop
got
the
4
East Coast
p.m.
and West Coast games, so because you guys go to sleep earlier, we go to sleep later.
Yeah.
Do it like that.
Right. You guys got screwed. You guys got completely screwed. I hope that don't mess up your thing too. Like with
Well,
it
it's gonna
benefits
be a
the
long
Seahawks.
weekend. Then if we do lose Saturday, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off for a lot of hours there.
I know. I'm gonna jump on anyway. Like I'm gonna jump on and try to do some like live reactions and some stuff. But if you guys lose, I would even ask you to do it. But it might be more better if you did do it after a loss because you get to vent and it'll
Well,
be
I'll be
funny
loud. I'll
too.
tell you that much. If I do get out, I'm gonna be pissed off and I'll be loud.
Yeah, and you'll say some funny stuff, and then we could save that for for the next episodes going forward. So, all right, my brother, I love you.
Love you too, man.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Fred, and everybody. Oh, and what's his name's son from Kid and Play Shed, our podcast again.
shit.
So,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Chris.
Mhm.
We appreciate that. As always showing love.
That's a good deal there.
And we will be on sometime. We will try to do something as the playoffs. Now, if we both lose, you might hear some radio silence for a little while, and then we'll be back after that.
I hope we don't both lose.
We don't both lose.
If
We
we
need
do
one
both
team.
win, though, it's gonna be some good content.
It'll be some great content. So, thank you, everybody. It was a great show, my brother.
Mhm.
And I'll be talking to you this whole week.
All right, man. Good night.
Love you.